Welcome back to Footballin with Ben Roethlisberger. We are excited because we just beat the Browns, like usual. So, what better way to start an episode off than handing it to my friend Spence?
Yeah.
And a beer.
Well, let's celebrate. Again, it feels.
Do we really celebrate being the Browns? It's like we're
I feel like we should always, right?
Sorry.
Did we expect it? Of course.
Of course.
Did it happen? The fear. That's not wood. The fear is the moment when you expect it and it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I know. Right. But I will say this as you're pouring that and talking about it. There was a small, like, itty-bitty part of me that was a little bit like, man, there's a chance this young rookie quarterback, us coming off a bye, being a little bit, getting behind maybe the Browns defense. Like, there was a chance.
Really?
I'm talking like a fleeting thought.
Sure.
Where it's like, this could come down to like not that they're going to like beat us, but it could come down to like, man, they might just kick a field goal or something crazy might happen. And then that was quickly dashed.
Well, that's, I feel like, a healthy level of respect for your opponent, right? You have to have, I feel like when you go out there, even with the amount of confidence that you have in any game, but especially this one, you have to have some levels like, hey, but it could. Yeah. We can't just mail it in.
I know, but it's still tough.
All right, anyway. So all of the beers for today are from 21st Amendment Brewery. We've done some of these, the Hell or High Watermelon. Okay. I think we've done, like in the first season of the show, they have one called the Fireside Chat, I believe. It's like a holiday ale. But we haven't done these three. So this one is it's called Hell or High Twilight. It is a citrus wheat ale, 5.6% alcohol by volume. It's brewed with sweet orange peel and natural flavors. What are your thoughts there? A little celebratory beverage.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
It's got the wheat that you won't like, but it doesn't have. But it's not bubblegummy, obviously, because it's got the citrus.
Nice.
So it's got like a twinge, kind of like my twinge of potentially losing the game. A twinge of citrus to it,
but not overpowering.
No, an overpowering citrus and not overpowering wheat. That's really good.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, it's actually light, crisp, refreshing. I like that. That's good. Well done.
Good job, 21st Amendment. Not that you need our approval, but
no, not at all. But well done.
But you got it.
Let me get into here. Hold on, before we get started.
I forgot I labeled all these. Go ahead.
We won, so I had us as a W. That's another win for me. I mean, it's for the Steelers, but win for me. I am 3-2. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure I got to that right away.
And we're what, 4-1?
I think we're 4-1. Right. Yes, we are 4-1 because we lost one.
It is insane. I saw something today, this morning, that there's like 4 1-loss teams.
Well,
Bucks, Colts, us, and
the Lions just took a thumping.
Dude, what was that about?
Just when I was about to write the Chiefs off, my kids were asking me, "You think Chiefs have a chance to win the Super Bowl?" I was like, "No, I think their run's over." I always give them. Always have a chance when you've got Patrick, when you've got Kelsey, when you've got Andy Reid. Always have a chance. But I'm like, you know what? I just haven't. I don't know. I think it's. And then they just put a thumping on Detroit. I didn't really watch the game, but
I didn't watch the end of it. I was done probably at halftime, putting the babies to bed. But that was one that going into it. My oldest daughter always just, when we put football on, she's like, "Daddy, what teams are playing? I'll explain them." And she's able to start identifying the different teams, different cities. And whatever team I tell is like the best, I'm like, the blue team here is probably going to win this one. She's like, "I want the red team to win." She always roosts for the
underdog. I like it.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Baby, that's probably not going to happen." And then it panned out.
Yes.
And
Bills went down.
She told you. And I thought that was unnecessary. I don't know why it's too early for that. Yeah.
But anyway, yes, I don't know who the 4-1 teams are, but we are one of them, which is awesome. I think, looking at the schedule and the season early on, I think this was, we kind of said that we were going to need to take care of business early because the back end of our schedule was where it gets potentially tough. Now we've seen some things start to, unpack itself, if you will. Some teams maybe aren't looking as good, especially in the AFC North. I think we all expected the North to be a lot better than it is. Injuries obviously play a part in that. But it's, we got the wins we were supposed to. Right now it looks like Tomlin at this rate is going to get his, another winning season. I would say they keep on this, they're going to get I think they'll get a home playoff game, which I think would be huge.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Can we talking about AFC North? Can we talk about our premonition? So we released a clip after the Giant Eagle live show we did last week about the Bengals needing a seasoned veteran quarterback. I was making a joke about you, and then that day that the clip dropped, they get Joe Flacco. What are we doing?
Interdivisional trading of a veteran quarterback.
That's insane.
Crazy. Like, it's one thing if they would have been like, you know what, take Gabriel, take Shador Sanders, take someone like, but you're going to give them, like, they have great weapons on the outside. They just needed a quarterback that can get them the ball. The Bengals just got a lot better.
Yes.
A lot better. And we have them this week on Thursday. Now, I'll get to my pick here a little bit later, but talking about that game, but they now are a much more dangerous team.
It was crazy to me when that came in, for the reasons you just mentioned. But I feel like the timing of it is weird. It's weird too. I mean, what do you think is going through the Browns' mind to get rid of somebody you felt was qualified to start your season off?
Yes, it's crazy.
Like, the irony of it is, it feels like they had 17 quarterbacks in the preseason and 0 to choose from. I mean, now Gabriel's out there, obviously young. He's doing all right. I don't know. I can't see Shador getting a shot over there realistically.
No, I don't think so.
Which is kind of crazy. Why wouldn't you get rid of him in that situation? But they also might not have been interested. I don't know how that played out. But does it feel like the Browns? I know the Browns are getting new stadium in a couple years or next year. I don't know when that's supposed to be done. Does it feel like they're kind of playing for the future there? Like whenever they
probably. I mean, you're supposed to have this great defense. You're supposed to, have a young quarterback, which is always going to, potentially. But, obviously, we're talking about Joe being early, and then they decided to bench him because they weren't doing well. And it's like, okay, it seems like, okay, now it's just we're going to ride with Gabriel the rest of the way, is what it seemed like. In watching that game, and I know I'm sure we're going to start, we can get into the game. They are worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Like they are abysmal. Like offense, defense, and I'm not just saying it because it's Cleveland, and I know I like to joke about Cleveland on this show. I was texting you during the game. They were terrible. Yeah. Like, they were terrible on offense. Where's this vaunted defense? Like where is Myles Garrett Player of the Year? Like, he didn't do anything.
He had 2 tackles, I think.
They did nothing. Now, I will say this. Because we got on Broderick Jones so much early in the season, it was warranted. It was deserved. Mm-hmm. I will say this. Because, again, we didn't attack him, but we spoke truths of what we saw, of what I saw. I will say this, because I feel like now's the time that I would like to also acknowledge when he's doing better.
Yeah.
He is playing better. Every week he's getting better, which is awesome because you want him to keep trending the right direction. Is he still have a handful of kind of like, ooh, what was that? Absolutely. But all in all, he is making big strides and playing better. So I wanted to take this moment to give him kudos for working, for getting better, for going against one of the best pass rushers in the game, really shutting him down. Now, he had help. There's other people that are helping, but all in all, because we had kind of pointed him out early in a negative light, I'd like to point him out now in a positive light that he is getting much better. I hope that he takes the approach of I need to keep getting. Don't sit there and say, you know what, I'm so much better now. I'm good. I just shut down Myles Garrett. Let me just relax. Let me cruise now. Never cruise. Always continue. Always continue to get better. Always strive to be excellent. So anyway, Broderick Jones, keep it up. You're doing much, much better.
Yeah, I agree. Good job there, 77.
Yes.
But yeah, that was something coming in. Like, obviously you keep your eyes on Myles Garrett, but it was the defense could be the issue. And I'm like, I don't know that.
The Browns issue anyway. There was nothing there.
I started to feel bad for Browns fans because I'm like, they have such a great fan base, a passionate, like, that I was like, buddy, what are we doing here?
No term. I mean, I'm just looking at like the team stats. I mean, the only negative that I can find from the Steelers from the Steelers' performance is maybe 2. Is they're 5 of 13 on third down, which isn't not at a level you'd want. Yeah. But I want to come back to why. Okay, I'm going to explain that and why it's not as big of a deal. But the bigger one probably is 10 penalties. We were one of the least penalized teams going into that, and that was a big penalty game. So that's literally about the only thing I can find that was not a positive. Rushed for 100 yards, threw for 235. Aaron was 21 of 30, 7.8 yards per attempt. All those are really good numbers.
Yeah.
Again, third down, 5 of 13. Here's why I say it's not as big of a deal in a game like this. This is one of those games that they are not going to beat you.
Sure.
You can only beat yourself. So, and I think I texted you at one point in this game is, even on some of the third downs, it was very evident that Aaron was like, okay, just get the ball out and make a positive play. Don't turn it over. Don't force it down the field, because a punt and a field goal, the kicking game is your best friend in this game. Punting, I've gone to games like that before where it's like, hey, listen, this team is not good on offense. Don't give them an opportunity. Don't turn the ball over. Don't give them a short field. A punt is a great play. Punt it down there. Let our defense step up. We'll get the ball again. We'll try and score, knowing that if you're in field goal range, Boz is going to hit your three. So that's why I guess I would say that the third down conversion doesn't concern me as much as maybe it should in terms of just the numbers, because this is a game where it's like, if it's not there, just get rid of the ball, throw it away. That was just important that you do that, and they did that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense in this game. I think my fear, or fears that I've seen in the fan base, is like, is that something that in a game like this we are just making those decisions because we know that, or are we incapable of actually
I don't know.
Converting the
third down? I don't know all in all, but going in this game, I mean, as a veteran guy in Aaron, I mean, I'm sure he had conversation with coach, and he knows this. He's like, hey, listen, this team stinks.
Yeah.
Like, just don't make the mistake. Take the check down. Take this. Throw it away if you don't have it. Just can't give them the ball. You cannot turn the ball over, knowing that they can't do anything on offense. And again, their defense was, I was blown away at how bad their defense was. Like, I'm just like, what are we doing?
I thought the same thing, man. That was one thing that I want to say nervous about, but I was like, hey, this is going to be a cool test for our offense to see how they, game plan against something like this. And I was like, this. What was frustrating is at the first play, they come out the gate, it hit old Mount Washington.
Great scheme. Great play call, Arthur Smith. Awesome.
I thought, this might be a long day for these boys. And then it was just 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
Yeah. But again, you're getting your field goals. It's I think it was 3-0, 6-0, 6-3. Yeah. I mean, you're a great play design early on. Bring Mount Washington in. It's like, okay, he's 11'3", he's going to block, come right into the line, and he inserts. And then, it's like everyone, as Mo would say, sucks down on the play fake, and he just out the back door. Awesome play design. And I think it works well with him. If it's Pat, if it's Jonnu, there might be a guy a little more like, why is he coming into the block? Sure. You bring the big fella in, he's known blocker, and just sneaks right through. An unbelievable first play of the game. I thought Aaron played really well. I thought he threw the ball. Obviously, he's so accurate. He can hit those deep balls. Getting DK involved, hitting the little sluggo was like, that's like taking candy from a baby. I saw it sitting there as man coverage, and gave a little this, and then he just like, you could tell he was probably smiling before he even released it. Those are those ones that's just like, oh, this is so much fun. The only thing I saw from Aaron really that would not even cause for concern, but I was just kind of like, oh, that's unusual for Aaron. How about that? I'll say that. For who he is, there's a deep ball to DK down the left side that DK was behind the defender. Aaron threw it. Wasn't like it was a crazy deep ball, but he underthrew a guy. I don't know the last time I saw Aaron underthrow somebody. He's got such a big, strong arm. Am I concerned? No. But it just was like, oh, interesting that he missed those layups. That guy doesn't miss layups. It just doesn't happen. And then the only other thing is maybe his escapability isn't what it used to be. But again, who is at 40-something years old? No one's running around like that. So all in all, Steeler fans should be pleased. I think I said it early before the season started after going to the practice in the stadium. Watch out for what Aaron and DK can do, because DK has never had a quarterback like Aaron. And they're just now, it feels like they're just starting to get that rhythm. Like he's hitting them on the deep balls. And I think Aaron loves having a guy like that. And that guy loves having Aaron. So anyway, I thought Aaron played a really good game. Looking at the numbers, 21 of 30, very efficient, 235, 7.8 yards per, no interceptions, 2 touchdowns. I thought the throw to Connor Hayward was a great throw, a little scramble, and it was kind of like, I'm like, Aaron, get rid of the ball. Here they come. And he kind of gives him a little point, throws it back. And Connor, what a great catch by him. And I think that's just awesome when you see a guy that's a special team guy, a hybrid fullback, running back, tight end. Like, what's his role? Making a great play like that. Awesome to see. Yeah,
and it seemed, too, that this was kind of like the first game where I felt like you were seeing the Steelers' offensive identity. Like, they were using these jumbo packages. You're bringing in Darnell. And how important do you think the previous weeks were in implementing, like when you're bringing Spencer Anderson in, you're bringing Darnell there to block, and he's catching more balls and running more routes and creative scheming on the offense. How important were those other weeks putting that stuff on tape, you think it was for effectively executing that play?
The first play of the game? Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's the fact it was Mount Washington, the fact it was he inserts inside the line to be a lead blocker. Everything just screams that's tape study. And listen, the Browns tape study too. Mm-hmm. They said that guy's going to come in here, he's going to block, somebody to run right here. They all came flying downhill. Well, that's exactly what you want. You get them on a little special. You go into games like that, and every once in a while, you're like, you know what? You go into games, again, I don't know how Arthur Smith does it, but you would go into a game with a first play, and then you'd have like usually a top 10 to 15, 12 plays scripted. Usually it's like, okay, we want to do this play or a run or a pass. Every once in a while, you'll hit them with like a little trick 'em play. Every once in a while, it's like, you know what? We're throwing a go ball like deep. We're gonna hammer it right now. This is one of those plays. This is a trick 'em type play. We're gonna hit them and they gained however many yards on it. So I love that. I love that. It won't work every time. That play probably won't work again as an opener, but you might be able to do something sneaky on where he comes in and does the same thing. Instead of going deep, he goes out to the flat or cuts across the field. There's other ways now you build off that play. Mm-hmm. But what they're doing is they're building off the run game. They're building off the extra lineman. They're building off of using Washington, and that's kind of what they're doing. It's a run-first kind of offense.
Yeah, and I love to see it. Obviously, I thought Jalen ran well as well. Mm-hmm. But it feels almost like they're getting creative and developing an identity out of the offensive line deficiencies. Like, okay, we need to bring in guys here. We need to get the ball out quick. I think Aaron had like the quickest release in the league coming in this game or something. Like getting rid of the ball quick. And, part of that is because the production isn't there.
I got bashed for that. Why is he getting rid of the ball so fast? Why is he doing okay.
Because those guys are 300 pounds. The guys running at me are 300 pounds. That's why. But it seemed like they build an identity off of that's seems to be working. Do you think as the offensive line play begins to improve that they're going to maintain this kind of identity since it seems to be working with?
I would think so. I think the key is that's always going to be my like wild card for this team is the O-line play. Staying healthy. That's the other thing that's been crazy. It seems like all these other teams, like people are dropping like flies.
Dude.
And so like if our line can stay healthy, I think that's huge. Obviously, some of our big-time guys need to stay healthy, but it seems like everybody we play just gets beat up. It's crazy.
Yeah. A couple injuries this game as well, but it does seem around the league that more people are getting injured.
Seems like linemen are going down like crazy. But yeah, there are a lot of big-time injuries, quarterbacks and just some bigger name guys, yeah.
Nobody in our division.
It's a game, man.
Like nobody in our division has a starting quarterback anymore. Do you think we should, I don't know, maybe like towards the end of the season, depending on what the Bengals do, we should just draft Flacco as a backup just so he can complete the infinity gauntlet of the AFC North?
I don't know, maybe. Hopefully
he's just missing one helmet, man.
Hopefully we don't need him, but
yeah, that's a crazy move. I think as we're talking about the offense here, I'm excited. We play Thursday. We'll touch on that later. I'm excited to see the offensive identity develop some more and just throughout the season. It does seem like we are getting more and more creative in our scheming. It feels like every week we're having a little bit of, wrinkle play here. Some, not just like straight, fundamental football. It seems like we're but as I start to see that around the league, Detroit did that got called back. Goff caught a touchdown. I don't know if you saw that. They're kind of known to do that in the Ben Johnson era, but it seems like a lot of teams are getting more creative. How important do you think it is in today's NFL to establish a level of creativity in your offensive identity as opposed to just executing fundamentals?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to throw wrinkles in. You've got to throw some unique. I mean, even the simple fact of Aaron not taking a snap for the tush push in London or in Ireland.
That was awesome.
There's definitely ways that you do that stuff, and we talked about it on here before. You do it, one, to throw the defense off, make them practice for something else, even if you don't ever do it again. I think there's also a fine line of getting too creative. I don't know that, with Aaron and some of the stuff, when you have a veteran guy, you don't need to necessarily get gadgety all the time. So I think that there's definitely some things that can keep coming. I think you don't want to throw them all out at once. It's like, okay, show us a little bit, give us a little bit, give us a little bit. The extra alignment has been a kind of a wrinkle. Using Washington in the blocking game, I think we got to see some more guys get involved. I think you'll see Pat should start to get more involved. You're getting John who's the ball, but it's almost like the Arthur Smith and the Steelers offenses. They're like, we have a bunch of weapons still. We're just slowly letting them out of the bag. It's like we're not giving you everything we have right now, because I still think there's got to be a big place in this offense for Pat. Like, what is going on? Even Jonnu, I think there's still a lot that can be used there. But it'll be interesting to see how Arthur keeps using it and utilizing the different people on offense.
Yeah, I want to jump to the defensive side of the ball, because I think coming into the season, there was talk about the secondary and the three-headed monster in the secondary with Ramsey, Slay, and JPJ. And what was cool that you saw this week was kind of a three-headed monster in the linebacker rotation, right? So obviously Alex was out for a couple weeks with an ankle thing. He came back. Great to see him back. Played really well. But between him, TJ, and Herbig, I mean, it's pretty even distribution of snaps there. Herbig got 2 sacks in that. What do you think is the best way to manage the edge rusher rotation without sacrificing the consistency or the chemistry?
Well, I'll start with watching that game. It felt like watching an Oprah giveaway. Seriously, I'm watching this game and it's like, you get a sack, you get a sack, you get a sack, tackle for loss. It was just like, that's one of those games that our defense had to be like, my turn. No, my turn.
Right.
Ramsey blitzing, getting 2 sacks. I mean, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. That this team was the Browns are so bad. But this is something that builds you builds your confidence as a defense. It's like, listen, we went in here like, no, this is who we are. Like, the Steelers should be leaving that game being like, no, they're not that bad. We're just that good. Now the rest of us are gonna look at it and be like, no, they're that bad.
Sure.
But y'all are good too, but they're horrible. And so it was hard to watch from just a perspective of at least make this game, make it a game. Now as a fan, you're like, dominate them.
Yeah.
But as a football guy, you want to see something. But in terms of the linebackers, they throw Jack Sawyer in there too as a young guy who gets to learn from some really good guys. What I would do is I would just it's TJ and it's Alex, and then you're using Herbig to spell them. If you've got 3 and I'd put Sawyer in there as a four rush guy, I would just be who needs one? Like old NASCAR. Keep yourself fresh, keep yourself running. Like, TJ, you need 2, get out for 2. Take TJ out maybe on first or second down every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And give him a breather on first down. If he wants one on second, let TJ I would let him make his own thoughts. Now, I think the good thing if you're TJ is TJ can now have the confidence to be like, I can actually take a break because I trust the other guys that it's, I'm the best defensive player in the league right now, but I also trust that these guys can get it done while I'm not out there. So I'm okay taking a break to get myself gassed back up to go 110 every single play. So it's a great problem to have. Just got to stay healthy. But I would just let those guys just, as they need to rotate fast.
Yeah. What does that do to the offensive line? I mean, obviously you're gassing them, but you gotta, if you're training throughout the week to play 3 different guys on the end,
Yeah, I mean, it's more, you almost as a tackle, you're like, okay, TJ's out, I can take a breather. But then you're like, but he's getting gassed up to come back in, so he's recharging his battery. So oh no, if I'm an offense and TJ takes a break, I'm going instantly no huddle, just keep him on the sideline or up tempo because you just got to take advantage of that stuff. But I don't expect TJ to come out much, but I think when he does, you'll have some really good players coming in behind him. So in terms of just blocking, like guys, if guys have different moves, there's things like that you have to be prepared for. But TJ brings so many different things. Herbert can do it all. I also think there could be some merit to rotating him on sides. Which we've seen TJ a couple times go to the other side just to mix it up because he wants to rush against a different guy. So, and maybe there'll be something moving down the road. There's enough faith in them, and maybe it's a third down situation where you have all three guys on the field. Where you have one D lineman and three rushers, and it's Alex, Herbig, and TJ, and they're all rushing from different spots. They're standing up, and it creates kind of confusion by the line. So I still think there's a lot of things that could be done on defense too.
Yeah, and that, I mean, talking about the efficient rush on the edges, I feel like a lot of times we forget about what's happening in the interior. It's like you still got like Derek Harmon and Cam Hayward to deal with.
I didn't even know,
you know what I mean?
I didn't even hear about their names this week, which is I don't know if they're good or bad. Like, did Harmon play well? That's a great problem to have when your guys when you don't hear about it's like what are they doing? So.
Yeah,
let's see what they do on defense.
Yeah, let's see what their stats are. I wanted to ask about the middle because I think Patrick Queen's impact has been
flying around.
I mean, I thought this was a great game. Look at these stats here. He said had 9 tackles.
Derek Harmon had a sack.
Did he?
4 tackles and a sack.
So look at us. Look at us not even knowing that. But again, that's probably a good that's probably
spells Cam because Cam had 2 tackles. So that's given, you're giving your guys giving the older guys rest. And again, there's not a drop-off, right? That's what you want.
Yeah, and what do you think about getting Ramsey in there? Obviously, we saw him.
Absolutely love it.
You've been ringing that bell for the beginning.
Vince is the preseason. Blitz him, bring him off the edge. And again, maybe this has been the plan the whole time. Like, let's not throw it all at you right away. And so I think that's what's been great to watch is to see the evolution of this defense, the offense. They're just getting better. You don't want to be your best in week 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
It's like let's start trending in the right direction. Right now is the time. They got a stretch coming, right? We got no buys. And obviously you get a mini buy after this Thursday game. But it's going to be time to we'll look at the schedule again moving forward. But I love what they're doing, blitzing guys and doing some of that stuff.
Yeah, I want to ask one more, and then we'll hit this other beer and dive into some other aspects of the game. But one thing that stood out, or one player that stood out, was Keyshawn Williams. I think he was brought up from the practice squad to help return in lieu of CA3 as he was injured. The return he had was awesome.
The one got called back.
The one got called back. But what do you think about that young man's talent? Do you see anything beyond that one play that could have earned him a roster spot?
Well, you make one play on special teams, you have a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I need to see. I honestly, if I spoke on it, I'd just be talking, and I don't want to do that. But you get a big return like that, that's gonna get you some more looks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's because I was unfamiliar with him that I had a low expectation or something.
Yeah.
But when he started running, I was like, "Ooh, who's this? Get it, young man.
Go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Have yourself a day." Let's jump to this next beer. This is a nice little hazy.
Okay.
Just a little something familiar. Again, from 21st Amendment Brewery out of California somewhere. I think maybe Bay Area. But this is their hazy IPA.
I can't get over how bad the Browns defense was.
The irony of this, for me at least, is that you were legitimately shocked. Like, again, you do joke a lot in here because you are, you own a franchise.
Yeah, they're like kids.
But you were legitimate, after the game, you were legitimately shocked that they kind of lived up to your jokes.
I thought it was going to be close. Like I thought I say this close. Like I thought it was going to. I thought the Browns defense would show up more to make it more challenging on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Now, okay, 23 points. Like, yeah, you can say what you want, but it never really looked like it was that hard. Like I'm just talking. Like it wasn't like sacks, lots of like it just didn't look like that.
I texted our group chat at one point, and it was probably early. It might have been before halftime. I was like, "Is this the most boring Browns Steelers game we've had?" And there was point in times I'm like, "Yo, let them get a first down just so we can." I mean,
I don't think they. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Had a nice
6.5, I think, 35 IBU.
I also don't think that Abe. Honest Abe. I don't think that the Browns put Dylan Gabriel in an advantageous situation to succeed either. Throwing the ball 52 times.
I was going to ask you.
Like it just felt like, I know Kevin Stefanski, Kevin Stefanski is like this really good coach, but like, I don't think that they did a good job of helping him. And now maybe he didn't see guys, maybe he didn't hit them. Maybe help your quarterback out with some like short passes. Take some shots every once in a while. I don't know. Maybe the defense was just that good and got after him, but I just didn't think that. Get him out and let him run a little bit. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because he has that skill set. I mean, not a big guy, but I mean, quick, athletic. I did think having a rookie quarterback in his second start against a division rival
at their place
throw 52 times was a wild choice.
Yeah, and it wasn't really out of hand that you need to throw it that much. You know, sometimes you get those numbers because it's skewed because you got to sling it all over the place. Right. No, I didn't see that.
I mean, they couldn't get a run game going, but like at least try it. I mean, 52 times is wild for a young man. Yeah. The next thing I want to talk about was kind of making headlines during and after the game, and it seemed to be an issue, obviously, for Boz. There was one that we saw, but maybe I don't know that I remember it being an issue in Pittsburgh before. But the field looked like the community, park, brother. Like that was.
Yeah. Usually you see that later in the season. Usually you see that bad weather games. I mean, we had one against the Dolphins a few years back now where the punt stuck in the ground, which is mind-blowing. I don't even know how that happened.
But you have Monster Jam there? It
was unbelievable. Yeah. I think it was unfortunate because that's the only reason Boz misses a field goal is because his whole foot goes out.
Right.
I heard Aaron made some comments about it. I'm sure the other team made comments about it. It looked awful. I don't even think the Pitt played there this weekend. No. I think they're in Florida State. So there's been issues with it before. Players have talked about it before. We've all been out there when it's just a sand base. It just gives out so easy. I don't know what the solution is other than, in my opinion, either we've even said this, what about just getting Bermuda? Well, it grows dormant. Who cares?
Yeah.
At least you got put on the practice field. At least you got something. Because our practice fields are about the same way.
Really?
They tear up and it's terrible. You can't have a professional football team, not just the Steelers, but the opponents, play on a surface like that.
Yeah.
Because you're paying them a lot of money, and if people get hurt, it's not a good thing. And the only thing I can think of is, and I've been saying this for a while, I don't think Pitt should play there anymore.
Yeah, that's a wild thing to me when I moved to the city to find that out.
I understand there's high school games that the playoffs play there, and that's not a big deal. Concerts, things like that. But my thing is, and I'm saying this for multiple reasons. I'm saying this for Pitt's sake as well. I firmly believe that Pitt should put a 35,000 person stadium up on Oakland. Pack that thing, because when you've got 65,000 or 70,000 in Acrisure, and it's only half full, what's that look like?
You're punching the gut.
Go pack, put a 25,000 person stadium, and then have it just bumping, crazy, loud, fans everywhere. The students don't have to drive anywhere. They can walk to camp. They can walk to the stadium, walk to the game, walk back to their dorms. And then you keep them off of that field for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Now, I know it was probably part of the deal, the taxpayers' dollar, when they built the stadium, when it was Heinz Field. It was okay, we're going to do this. And part of the deal was both teams are going to play here. UPMC probably put money in. I don't know. But it's somehow, some way, they have got to figure out how to separate those things and make that feel better, because you can't put that product out there for the best kicker in the game to miss field goals because his whole foot just gives out.
Yeah, that was a wild thing. I heard Miles had an injury. I don't know if it was related to that, but I wouldn't be surprised. And you got guys going out there playing in.
If Miles really got hurt because of the field, and he's a relative face of the team, of the NFL, of the Shield. If he goes and creates a stink about this, there's some ramifications.
Well, so we've had this conversation a couple times on this show and with former players with the natural grass and turf conversation. Obviously, you guys hate playing on turf. Has there been, two-part question, has there ever been a turf that you've played on, like, hey, this isn't too bad? And what do you think this is a kind of argument for turf field being more beneficial than a grass field?
Yeah, the artificial surface is obviously it's great for a lot of things. It doesn't tear up. You can do a lot more on it. It can be incredibly hard. If they take care of it and don't do a lot of things on it, it can be soft enough. It's still not, to me, it's still not the same as playing on dirt. I love the natural. I love the potential for mud and you know, dirty uniforms, things like that. I just think the field, it just needs to be taken care of better. Like in terms of like, if it's at a different grass, it's at a different base. I would never want to play on an artificial surface. And I know most players wouldn't want to either. That being said, if you had a choice of either like divots and what happens if TJ Watt would have twisted an ankle, heaven forbid, or Aaron or somebody got hurt on that field just because there was a divot in or something. Like what does that look like? What if Patrick Mahomes or Jamar Chase, these faces of the NFL go in there and something happens on that field? I remember Sean Swisham got hurt at the Hall of Fame game in a preseason, and they redid the field. Cowher wouldn't let us play. We did a preseason game, I think, in Detroit, and he's like, no, we're not going out there until the seam gets fixed. I mean, there's things that, you have to be aware of. And, I know that the Steelers usually at some point will start to resod it. They'll take out in between the numbers and resod it. But that sod it's not like it grows and all of a sudden it's like perfect again. And then you're only sodding between the hashes or the numbers. And it's just it's a bad look. I'm glad it wasn't like a prime time thing game where it happened. But it's just the Steelers are going to have to be careful because if someone gets hurt on that, or what if the game-winning field goal?
Yeah.
And Boss slips, then what are we talking about?
Yeah.
So it's just it can be very frustrating. Obviously, perfect surfaces in terms of artificial surface, sure, but is that that feels like artificial surface doesn't feel like the Steeler way?
No, I don't. I can't ever see that in this city.
I know they'd be on AstroTurf, but
well, back when that first came out, that was just a parking lot with carpet on it, wasn't it? I mean. That was,
plus the Pirates played there. I mean, you had a lot going on there. So.
Yeah. It's a crazy, it's a crazy thing to witness when you're watching Boz like legit plant his foot and slide.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And but is it the Raiders? Do they have real grass, but like on their field like changes out or something, goes outside?
Well, Arizona does.
Is it Arizona that I'm thinking about?
The Raiders might as well, but Arizona does. It goes in and out like it gets in this big thing and goes out and lives outside and then comes back in. That's a little kid. There's no room for that here.
Yeah, but we're
gonna put that on the river for a little while.
Yeah, is that a possibility? And we're over here. I don't
think so.
I saw something that they were resodding like directly after the game. They're like just ripping it up and getting back after.
Of course.
I think again, you fact check me on this, but I think the next game there is, I think there's 2 weeks because Pitt's out of town too.
Oh, they had a Pitt schedule.
And then they're at the Saturday before the Green Bay game. And so I think there's some time to kind of get that.
So Pitt is at home before we play Packers?
The day before.
See?
Pretty tight. That's awesome. Tight. Hey, that's cool.
Awesome. And if it rains or who they're playing, I mean, what they come and play a team that's like a grinded out team, it could tear it right up for the Packers.
Luckily,
and it's a Sunday night game too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to test it in prime time in front of everybody. And luckily for Pittsburgh weather, it's so predictable, so you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. Should we go into that Bengal game? Should we start talking about that, or are we done with this last game? Is there anything? Oh, did we talk about everything that we need to talk about? We talk about how bad the Browns' defense was, how bad the offense was.
We contained Myles Garrett. That was a big storyline. But
field was bad. Aaron played well.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's such a weird thing because I mean. It's
hard to have controversy too. Like, what do we?
Well, it just didn't feel like, I don't know. It was a weird one, man. I was so happy when we were up that much, like 23-9. I mean,
yeah,
you expect it, but I'm just still weary of our division. Obviously divisional wins are huge wins, and it can be an upset because the familiarity.
There's a lot coming up.
But all right, so yeah, let's jump to Cincinnati, man. Flacco comes in and 3 days notice or whatever.
Yeah.
How challenging is that?
It can be hard. But, this is at Cincy. Obviously, hey, Evan. Just in time, we're getting ready to talk about the Bengals game.
You love the Bengals. Don't you love the Bengals? Big Bengals guy. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. I'm just thinking about what
That's nice.
I was going to say about the Bengals, and then you distract me with amazing looking food.
Look at that thing. What's up, Evan? Good to see you, bud.
All right. That's yours, sir.
Thank you.
This is mine. Yours. Mine. Yours.
Look at us sharing.
Hey, Evan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, I guess this is perfect timing because we can. Well,
You're gonna walk us through this.
first off,
All right.
where'd you get this food?
Giant Eagles.
Giant Eagles.
That's right.
The family dinner brought to you by Giant Eagle. Thank you guys so much for this amazing food. As always, we cannot wait to dig in. Once he tells us what it is, of course.
All right. Closest to you in the corner here is a grilled cheese cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all? Is that 4 pieces of bread all in one?
Hey, Ben, how do you make a cheeseburger better?
Huh.
How do you do that?
With a grilled cheese.
You make the buns of grilled cheese, and that's what
Correct.
he has here.
This whole thing is one sandwich? Or
Yeah,
is it half?
but technically it's only 2 pieces of bread. If you fold the bread down,
Well,
I seem to count.
So it's a regular sandwich.
that's a full grilled cheese and a half a burger.
There it is. Yes.
Okay, next.
All right.
I like it. I like it.
Some jalapeno poppers in there. And some ground beef nachos with sour cream and like a spicy little
Of course. Why wouldn't
salsa
it be?
on top.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yep.
Thank you, Evan and Giant Eagle, very much. The Giant Eagle, that was a nice little show we did last time over there. It was
Yeah.
nice. Thank you, Bill, everybody over there. They did a great job. We're very appreciative of the opportunity to spend our bye week. Yeah. The warm under there. Wasn't expecting that guy. Okay.
Yeah, see that coming.
So, what do you? Let's before we get into the Bengals,
Yes.
do you want to recap? We did our recap. I'm sure you're up there listening live.
Yeah.
What do you? Any thoughts? What's your post game thoughts? We can tee you up on things, or you can just give us your thoughts.
I'll just see where it takes us right now. It was a win, so that's a good thing.
Always.
Offense looked pretty good. Defense, they're hitting their stride at the right time, especially TJ Watt, the linebackers and the defensive line is starting to get really, really good. Harmon is a great addition. Glad to see him out there, and that's it really. I mean, there was a turnover, wasn't there, or 2?
Nope.
Okay. Well, there was at least 4 chances for turnovers that I counted, but
What quarter did you get out of the beanbag?
usually around halftime or like a little bit before halftime.
Is that just to stretch?
No, like I make snacks before the game, so then the
You
snacks.
share the snacks there for you.
Absolutely, they're for everyone.
That's thoughtful.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have outside? We obviously know Giant Eagle's cheese-filled pretzels, which
Yes.
you love.
Delicious.
Which honestly, I would attribute all of the Steelers' wins to
Yes.
those pretzels. What are some other Chef Evan favorites?
I'd like to do like a charcuterie type tray.
You bougie, Evan?
Various. Well, I mean, I don't know what else you call it. A snack tray, like cheese and crackers
You
and.
seem like a blue-collar man of the
Various-
people, and you're over eating prosciutto?
No, not prosciutto. Like summer sausage, pepperoni, salami.
Well, that's not a charcuterie, boy. I don't think.
Well, that's for lack of better terminology. And then you got some veggies on there, cheese, crackers, some chips, and then usually a dip, or I'll make like meatballs or cut up kibasi or something like that. Just easy stuff, grab and go, because we don't have time to waste.
No time to waste.
Got to be ready.
Kind of like the Browns, just wasteful.
Wow.
I said on this, I'll say it again because I might as well. I didn't think they were good,
No.
but that was awful.
Yeah, it was. They couldn't get their footing, literally and figuratively.
All over the
That's a
place.
grass
Yeah.
joke. That's a good grass joke.
Wow. Sometimes I don't even try to do it. It just happens.
This guy, that's phenomenal.
It was a good win. So then Cincinnati on a short week.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Quick
How we feeling,
turnaround.
boys?
I felt better when it wasn't Joe Flacco as the quarterback.
Okay.
So,
Well-
but besides that, I'm pretty confident because I think Hendrickson he's out with a back injury.
Is he out?
I thought so. I thought I heard that.
Their defense isn't good anyway.
No.
So I agree with you. Joe Flacco does make me a little nervous because he can throw the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what they need, someone to throw the ball to those receivers, because those receivers are really good. That being said, I do have us down for a loss preseason. I had this as a loss.
Boy, that was Joe Burrow.
I had this as a loss.
Different Joe.
I'm 3-2 right now in pick'ems.
All right.
Evan, you are 0-5.
No way. There's no way.
Okay,
I love how you believe that. Am I?
I'm like, really? I'm trying to think. Like, no, I didn't.
So I part of me wants to, again, like I said last week, like there's a small part of me that thinks that this could go, at least be a close game. And it's a short week. It's at Cincy. Joe's got another week to learn the offense. We could take them lightly, but I think our defense is too strong right now. Like you said, they're clicking.
Yeah.
I think they'll get after Joe a little bit. I think they will. I think the Bengals will do a better job than the Browns did of like protecting Joe in terms of ball out, maybe some screens, some different things to slow down the pass rush. But at the end of the day, the Steelers are too much for the Bengals. So I'm going to go to a W over here. Boom, switch over. Let's take us to 5-1 going into a mini bye.
I also think, too, like having control of that last game against the Browns, which was good, but to see like Tomlin keep some guys out towards the end there, which is I've never really seen before, from Tomlin, but I thought that was a good sign. Not that like
You Tomlin fan?
that I am not that much rest, like they didn't rest a whole quarter, but still, moving them out of the harm's way there for a bit also is a good thing. So I think that's a plus going into Thursday, and we should be getting possibly Calvin Austin back too.
Already? Wow.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, based on what I saw the offense do against Cleveland, Aaron might put 40 points up on the Bengals defense.
Well, if you compare the defenses, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's an easy win. Cool.
It's AFC North football though, so
It is.
that goes sometimes.
Who do we have after them?
Packers Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Home.
Dude, I will say this, man. I know the Packers are like, it's every time I've watched a Packers game, I've been not impressed.
You know what's going on right here, guys? This is the classic look ahead.
We shouldn't. We should be focusing on
Well, I am
Cincy.
focused on
Hey,
you guys.
that's on me. No, that's on me. That's on me.
You're classically
guys.
trained.
Yeah.
Yin's
Yeah,
guys.
that's
We're not.
That's
are
not fair.
all the way. You guys are already probably talking about the playoffs, aren't you?
No.
Whoa.
That's on me. Listen,
But the Browns did beat the Packers.
That's what I'm saying here. Also, I just learned how to spell the word football, so you can't expect much out of me. There's the 3 L's. Oh, no, there's 2.
Silent.
God.
Silent in the back end.
I'm going to learn it.
Okay, so we'll look at this one. We got to win. We're winning this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you know else is a win? All this. Thanks to Giant Eagle and Evan. All right, Spence, grab me that last one. Let's take this thing home like we always do in the family dinner.
Yeah, well, I got a little bit of questions.
You have more questions?
For you.
Oh, well, then bring them to
Not
me.
really about football,
Cool. About family?
about family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want Evan to stay or do you want Evan to go?
I don't know. Evan, you guys have anything to do today? You're more than welcome.
No, if you don't mind.
Yeah, do you want a chair?
Thank you, Evan.
Grab a stool.
No, I'm fine standing.
sure?
I've been sitting all morning.
Oh, I thought you said you don't mind you want to leave. You want to stay.
Oh, I can go.
No,
I'm just kidding.
please.
Let's stay. I'll stay.
No, please, stay.
I'll stay.
please stay.
Okay.
This is 21st Amendment Brewery Tall Hat, 9% alcohol.
It's like a tall
It's an
hat.
Imperial IPA. It's got your boy in the front. You got that tall hat, you know what I mean?
Abe on the, ooh. Ugh.
I get you.
That guy's hey. Hey. That's number 3 there. I mean, listen.
I didn't want to come out the gate with that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That guy's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want to, did I just mess that first sample up and I'm going to try it again? I don't really want to.
You
I
gotta,
don't think.
because now you have some expectation.
Boy, I don't know. Do
You
I?
can see, yeah, you can judge it honestly now.
Why does it say on the back it must be 33 to drink this?
You'll be 33.
Because it's, yep, nope, I'm good. That tastes like almost like, listen, you like IPAs, sure, it's got that, but it almost tastes like it's like rubbing alcohol or something.
Really?
That's
like a Jack and Coke. There you go. I got that dragon breath.
fire. Me a nacho.
Chase that with some
guy right there.
nachos.
Whoa.
Yeah. So my question was, you had a busy weekend,
I did.
and I haven't seen you to talk about it. So I figured I'd just wait. That happens a lot on this show. Is that Ben and I will link up and hadn't seen each other, and something will happen. And this is the time I use to ask them.
Yeah, well, this is the family dinner. This is what you do. You sit around the table, you eat great food, great company, and you talk about things. And so, yeah, this weekend we had the Drip Series is a youth golf kind of tournament group run by Jeff Danner, who's an awesome guy, who his, like, I don't call it a motto, his statement underneath Drip Golf says, God, family, country, unapologetic. There you go. He goes, I love my God, I love my family, I love my country, and I will not apologize about it. Like they do, like on the 13th hole, they do like flag folds of honor are a big thing for them. They do, oh, got chipped. I think the 13th hole, the flag of the pin flag is an American flag.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the kids have to take it out and they don't let it hit the ground. So some kid always holds it and he passes it to the next kid. So you take the flag stick out, you put it on the ground. You don't put that one on the ground. So it's just really cool that, and he's like, listen, I'm going to stand up here because they asked me to speak. So anyway, I apologize. Drip Series does these tournaments all over the place. They brought one to Pittsburgh and they did up at Nemacolin. They asked to put my name on it. So it was like Ben and Friends, Drip Series, Nemacolin, 2-day golf tournament. Plus we did a father-son practice round, or parent-child practice round, which is really cool. Ashley's idea. And so anyway, they asked me to speak at it just quickly at the banquet the Saturday night. But he gets up there and he starts to sing off and he's like, listen, I love my God, I love my family, I love my country, and I'm going to talk about it. And if you don't like it, you probably shouldn't be here. I'm like, all right, that's
manage expectations early.
Yeah, let y'all know what we're going to talk about. And so he does a great job of like teaching the kids about. It does it short and sweet. It's like he talks for like 10 minutes. It's not like I'm making these kids stay here a long time. Talks about what it is for success, what it is when you have failures, and just does a really good job. And so it was fun to be there with those guys. Michael from Fig Tree, who we had the hat back up there, we love his gear. It's a Christian golf company. If you're a golfer and even if you don't believe in Jesus, go check out this golf gear because it's really cool. But if you do believe or you want to believe, go check this stuff out because all their stuff is really cool. It's all faith-based. It goes to like fund that, but also to like adoptions and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it does some really good stuff. So it's for a good cause too. So Michael was there. Got to meet him for the first time. Only texted and emailed with him, but we wear a lot of their gear. So it's really, really cool to meet him and hear his testimony. He literally is like, yeah, he's like, he's a relatively younger guy, but he's like from 19 to 24, I was an atheist. And then someone challenged me to prove the Bible was not true. And he goes, I couldn't. And so now he's making Christian golf gear. Pretty cool.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah. So anyway, we got to go up there and spend time up there with our family up in Nemacolin, which is great. The Hardy family and all the people up there were awesome. Give a shout out to my guy Mason. He was the guy that kind of helped take care of us up there.
Nice.
Not Mason Rudolph because he had a game.
Yeah, he was busy. He had to work. He had to work.
But anyway, yeah, we had a great time, great family weekend. So great time to talk about the family dinner. At the family dinner.
Nice. So, yeah. What'd you do this weekend, Evan?
Had some family in town, so
nice. Shout out Evan's family.
Yep, my brother and his
in town.
two boys.
I got to meet your parents. I love John Eagle.
You did.
That was nice.
Yep.
They just seemed like they liked me.
Great people. They did. It's like that initial shock of like standing next to this mountain of a man.
Yeah.
My grandmother saw a picture from it, and at first she thought it was all of us standing around my son Jackson. And she's like, Jackson didn't get that tall. And I said, no, Grandma, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
That's Big Ben.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Well, that's always the fun. Anytime we do a live show, the funniest thing, I'll without a fail have a handful of people come up like, Spence, you're a lot bigger in real life. I'm like, that's because you see me sitting next to Big Ben. I'm like, what do you want me to do, man? We all look tiny next to him. But yeah, it was a good show. That's cool, man.
Yeah, so it was a great weekend.
Where were they in town from?
Texas. Midland, Texas. So
wow.
We got to hang out with them for a bit and then watched football Saturday and Sunday. They did.
They win?
They did.
Surprisingly.
I know.
Who'd they beat? Holy Cross?
No. I can't even remember at the moment. Oh, North Carolina State.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Spence, anything this weekend?
Yeah, man. I went to Indianapolis.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I went to Butler University. My mom was in town. She flew up, and then we drove out. A little road trip. Me and my mom's. She was part of.
Who drove?
I drove.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got a safety. I love you, Mom, but I just, I'll take this one. But yeah, she was part of the very first women's volleyball team at Butler University in Indianapolis 50 years ago. So they did it was like Parents Weekend, which was cool. And so we took her up there and they honored the alumni. We went to go see a game. The girls on the Lady Bulldogs, I don't know if that's what the Butler Bulldogs volleyball team played UConn. Didn't go our way, but valiant effort. She got to see her old sorority house that she lived in. It was a really cool.
Did a lot of girls women from her team make it back?
I knew she was the only one, but it was all different decades. I don't know where everyone else is at, but there's some from the 80s, some from the 90s. It was really cool to see all that and to just go down that memory lane with my mom. You grow up hearing about the college days and get to see all this kind of stuff. And she went into her sorority house and a hallway into the dining hall was a picture of her. Her and her on
partying?
Her. No, she was just yeah, I don't think my mom literally just texted me. So I'm talking about it. That's so
Mom,
funny.
you know we're
hey, Mom. Yeah, so that was really cool, man. It was really cool to go see all that and have that little, mother-son trip. So
very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, it was a fun weekend for all of us. Most importantly, we got the win. Well, most importantly with our family, but then importantly that we got the win.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. We appreciate you guys. Thanks again to Giant Eagle for all the food. Thank you, Evan, for filling my belly. I appreciate it. We will, I know we're playing on Thursday, so we'll be playing in 2 days, but we'll still do a show in 2. So it'll be a little bit removed from the game, but good luck, Stillers. Go get them Bengals, and we'll see you when we see you, or we'll see you another time. See ya.